Hi friends, DiskoWizardYogi here, and today we are talking about Warrior 2, one of 3 standing poses that you get into from low lunge, the other 2 being crescent lunge and Warrior 1. Before we get started, I need to prep you by telling you I'm about to throw a lot of information your way. There is so much that goes on in a Warrior 2, so I need you to be patient, I need you to be receptive and open-minded, and most of all, playful. So if you're ready for Warrior 2, we meet at the top of our mats. Remember, we're starting in a lunge, so I'm going to ask you to extend your right leg behind you. From here, I want you to be aware of where your front knee is in space. Make sure it's stacked over your ankle, not over the toes, not behind. It's stacked right over the ankle for a strong foundation. Once you have that going, bring the blocks in to frame that front foot. Now, awareness to the back foot. Notice my heel is lifted, that's my lunge foot. If I was going into Warrior 1, I would externally rotate my back leg a little bit to where my foot is flat and at a 45-degree angle pointing at the center of my mat. That's my Warrior 1 foot. We're not doing that, we're getting into Warrior 2. So, I'm gonna externally rotate my back leg a bit more to where my foot is flat and parallel to the back of my mat. That's my Warrior 2 foot. Come back to low lunge, Warrior 2 foot. Now lift yourself up and bring hands to heart center. If you're having trouble with the lift up and you're losing a lot of balance, I want you to pay attention to your foot placement. When you externally rotate the back leg in that lunge, your heels are pretty much going to get in line with one another. That's where I like it. But some people find more balance if their heels are slightly separate into railroad tracks, is what we want to think of it as. So if you're struggling with the come up, then play with your foot placement and where the heels are in relation to one another. But if you're good, let's go ahead and start low lunge again, and then come up for Warrior 2. Bring the foot flat and parallel to the back of your mat, then come up. Warrior 2. Okay, hands at heart center. There's a lot going on in the legs, so let me bring your awareness again to this front knee. The deeper that bend is, the more you're going to feel this front leg working and even a stretch on the inside of the back leg. I also want you to pay attention to your knee not collapsing inward. Be strong with that hip and push that knee out. Speaking of the hips, as we get there with our awareness, cusp your hips underneath you. Really think about hugging them underneath you. I don't want you having a duck butt with the tailbone lifted up. I want you to think all coming towards center, so cusping your hips underneath you. Now, on the back foot, a very subtle cue. I'm gonna be pressing into the outside blade of my back foot. When you do that, you should feel the whole inside of your right leg engage. Okay, we know what the front knee is doing now. We know the hips, we know the back foot. Now, shoulders are above the hips. So often in class do I see someone leaning forward. Rarely do I see someone back. We want to develop awareness of where our shoulders are in space in relation to the hips. Shoulders over hips. From hands at heart center, extend the arms. Oftentimes this back arm is going to be doing something funky. That happened to me a lot at the beginning of my practice. So look behind you, find out where that arm is in space, lift it in line with your shoulder, and then internalize how that feels in the shoulder in relation to where your arm is in space. Now, with arms extended, I'm bringing the gaze over the front fingertips. And I have energy even in the fingertips. Spirit fingers. Okay, we come back to low lunge. This will be a good time to tell you what the modification for Warrior 2 is. If Warrior 2 isn't feeling good and we want to make our way towards it little by little, the modification is simply dropping the back knee. That's going to be the modification, not only for Warrior 2, but crescent lunge and Warrior 1. Because it is from here that I could get into my lunge, eventually crescent, or from here I can get into my Warrior 1, or from here I can get into my Warrior 2. So, let's go ahead and start with the knee down, modified. Now lift the knee, give me a Warrior 2 foot, lift the upper body up, bring hands to heart center to start off with. Front knee is not collapsing inward, it's pushing out. In a deep bend, your hips are underneath you, you're pressing on the outside blade of the back foot, You're aware of your shoulders over your hips. You're extending your arms now, and this back arm is in line with the shoulder, so is the front arm. And then you bring the gaze over the front fingertips, having energy through the fingertips. Spirit fingers, spirit fingers. Okay, so warrior two. Let's go ahead and come back low lunge, and then we'll get up one more time. Inhale, lift up, warrior two. Remember, knees pushing out, deep bend, hips underneath you, pressing on the outside blade of the back foot. Your arms are right where you want them, your shoulders over your hips. And traditionally, the palms are facing down, although sometimes you could play with just kind of having a light shoulder opener and lifting the palms face up. But traditionally, again, they're face down. Warrior two. Meet me back, low lunge. Kick off the back leg. We meet at the front of our mats and then come to stand. Okay, I hope you're feeling confident in your warrior two now, and you bring it into your practice knowing you know what you're supposed to feel. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for your time as always. Have a beautiful life, my friend. Until the next time I see you, namaste. Peace.